Good afternoon, Internet. How's everybody out there in E-land? I'd call it I-land for Internet land, but then Apple would sue me, so I'm just going to call it E-land instead, kind of like email. Don't ask me, I'm just trying to avoid a lawsuit there. I sometimes get asked, especially when filling things out, what's your political affiliation? And that's kind of a dangerous area right there, and I see it a lot. I see it a lot on Facebook and Twitter and other places. Also, liberals bashing conservatives and conservatives bashing liberals, and it's a dangerous area to tread. Because when it comes down to it, I have the sphere of politics, the political spectrum, is much broader than just liberal and conservative. The way I see it, there's only 3 reasons why somebody would ask a question like that. The first is because they don't know themselves whether they're liberal or conservative, and they think that I'm some figure of guidance, in which case to those people I say thank you very much, it's very flattering, but I'm probably the worst role model you could imagine. The second reason would be to try and share a commonality. If they're a liberal and they figure if I say I'm a liberal, then we can sit down and have a liberal conversation and have more in common. Which is great and everything, but again, the political spectrum is much broader than that, and the world is more complex than just liberal and conservative. So to assume that you know everything about that person based on a one-word answer is extremely flawed. The third reason is to touch upon what I just said, to think that they know more about me, just again based off that one-word answer, and that's a dangerous thinking right there, to think that you know something about somebody just based on a one-word answer. I have a lot in common with liberals, and I have a lot in common with conservatives. I'm pro-gun. I'm also pro-choice. Don't get me wrong, I'm against abortion as a form of birth control. That's fucked up right there. But still, the choice has to be there for certain people. So I'm very strongly pro-choice, and I'm very strongly pro-gun. So I have a lot in common with both sides. And I can't really call myself a moderate either, because again, when you call yourself a moderate, people lump you into a category and assume they know more about you. The closest thing I can call myself is a libertarian, because I don't know. I don't know what you should be doing with your life. I don't know how you should raise your children. I don't know what kind of car you should be driving, whether or not you should smoke, whether or not you should drink. It's none of my business to tell you that. That's your life, and you should have the freedom to live your life the way you want to live your life, as long as it doesn't fuck up anybody else's life. And so I consider myself a libertarian because of that. The way I see it, when somebody asks me what my political affiliation is, or are you a conservative, or are you a liberal, and stuff like that, it's I kind of think of it like a blind guy asking if I'm white. I am white, but still at the same time, why does this blind guy want to know what fucking race I am? It's so he can lump me into some category and assume that he knows more. The only reason a blind guy would want to know what race you are is for one of those 3 reasons, because he doesn't know himself, or he figures if he's white and you're white, you can sit down and have a white conversation, or so that he can lump you into some category with all white people. And that's just an extremely dangerous and flawed way of thinking right there. So that's my view on politics right there. You know, I'm a libertarian because I don't know. I don't know. You should be free to make your own choices as long as those choices don't negatively affect the lives of other people.